Hi, my name is Divyaa Advaani. I'm an image consultant, etiquette, and a soft skills coach, and also the founder of the brand Suave U. I'm also an author of the book called 101 Tips and Tricks to Enhance and Upgrade Yourself and Your Image, which is available on Amazon worldwide. I'll put the link in the description box below. Today on my podcast and my talk show, I have with me Mrs. Trupti Shah, who is the founder of Exotic Weddings and is a beautiful event planner. Tripti, I would now like to ask you. Firstly, thank you so much for coming on my show.
It's pleasure to be here.
Great, great. So I would like to ask you, what got you into this field and why did you start with event planning?
Actually, for me, it has been like a journey, and sometimes we plan things and do, and sometimes life just makes you do something. So for me, this was not a planned thing. I accidentally, you can say, got into this field actually. So earlier I was actually a choreographer, so I got into the wedding industry where I started with small choreography for the Sangeet, and that's how I actually got into the wedding field.
And what inspired you? Did you like the entire setup that was done?
The thing is, I was very passionate about my dancing, and I eventually realized that I enjoy teaching, and I was anyways very creative. So naturally, when I got to know more and more clients, I got into the wedding field. And then one day, one of my clients said that you're so creative, you know so much about the wedding industry now. Why don't you plan the whole wedding? So that's how I actually, that was like the start for me to get into events.
And where was this first wedding that you did?
In Pune. I'm actually originally from Pune and now living in Mumbai last 14-15 years.
So how has the journey from Pune to Mumbai been? Have you seen any differences?
Yeah, there's a vast difference. Must say Pune definitely is a little smaller city. Mumbai is quite big, and जैसे कहते हैं कि ख्वाबों की city है Mumbai. I used to always hear. Frankly, I used to hate Mumbai. I never wanted to come to Mumbai, but yeah, I think destiny plays its role, and Mumbai has been really lucky for me because I got to grow a lot here. People here are more, you can say, more ambitious. Definitely in Pune also they are ambitious, but here I don't know, there is a vibe here in Mumbai where everybody just wants to everyone is just running, so maybe I am like the on the go kind of a person. So Mumbai
you just matched with the vibes here.
Yeah. Mumbai definitely was a big kick in my life, and I'm very happy that I'm in Mumbai.
Awesome. So when the very first event which you did in Pune, so what was the takeaway from that, and what inspired you to do more events after that?
So for me, I told you, right, people actually got me into this. So when my first choreography, when I did for a client and I did the entire Sangeet, so I did one event in the wedding, and people loved my work. So that time I did something very creative, and people came up to the client and asked who's done it. So that's how the word of mouth worked a lot. And Pune, being a little smaller place, also probably I got famous very fast.
Lovely.
And yeah, your work speaks, right?
Of course.
My work basically spoke for me, and I never marketed myself. In fact, till date, probably now it's the social media which I've taken up. But earlier I never marketed. I never had a company. I never had a, you can say, a business card. I was just, my name worked for it,
Amazing.
So I became like a semi-celebrity in Pune. I've been to Boogie Boogie also, so I was known as the Boogie Boogie girl.
Oh wow.
One of the Punetis, who came on television and stuff. So this is what my base was. But as I kept on doing these Sangeet, being like one event of the wedding, I actually got to know more and more vendors. I started, discussing things with the DJ. So that's how I got to know the decor parts, and I started giving suggestions to client for what kind of creative decor we can do, because I am known for my theme-based Sangeets earlier. So my theme was always different. If the wedding is in the rainy season, so I used to do something on rain. All the songs also would be related to that. Even the decor would be the same.
Wow.
So because of my creative part, people actually recognized me, and then I started knowing more and more vendors, and that's how I made up a team. Where I had people who used to do for decor for me. Some is like, I used to book the DJ, and also I started doing small weddings. that's how it is, right? Every
Of
time a
course.
person starting a business, it always starts with a small thing. But in my case, the best part is like, because I was quite passionate about my work, I actually got into it very fast. Like, I actually moved very fast in this field.
So when you say you moved into this field very fast, for how many years have you been in this field?
That's a very, very good question, because I started pretty early. I'm like a very young entrepreneur who got into earning money, getting, fame. Now we see so many people at a very young age, they become actors, or they become, some other field they get into. But earlier it was not such, because I come from a very educated background. So education was like very, very, important for my father, because there's so many engineers, doctors around me. So I was like the picked person out, a person who's like different from the whole troop.
Right.
So I'm the only one probably in my whole khandan who is actually doing something apart from being a MBA, engineer, doctor, that way. I got into this creative field, and I've seen so many people who are educated. So my father always wanted me. So I actually finished I completed my education, post-graduation, everything with my work.
Lovely.
So I didn't give up my, education, definitely. In spite of me being in the field and earning so well, I could have easily just finished my graduation and continued with my work. Since I knew that I will probably not do job anywhere, I had a dream to start my own startup, my own company, and yes.
To have your own baby, basically.
Exactly,
and
I'm proud to say that I have my company name is ExoticWeddingPlanners, and this company is doing quite well today. And I'm very happy, very blessed, and very grateful actually to all my clients, my past clients who had so much faith on me. And yeah, that's how it has gone.
So, like you mentioned that you also do dances, and you've choreographed dances. You also mentioned to me you anchor shows as well.
Yes, I was
so why don't you tell us about that?
So, like being pretty versatile, and I've been like a jack of many trades, you can say, because being very creative, even anchoring was like an accident. Frankly speaking, I never thought I can speak so well on stage, but sometimes some things are there in you and you feel you might not be able to do that, but a situation removes that
Absolutely.
that quality in you.
Yes.
So that is being very honest, that I never got into anchoring directly. So one of my events where the anchor ditched, basically something went wrong in their family, so he didn't turn up last minute. I had no choice. Yeah, so no, I should thank him, because of
that
him,
you got this
I had
chance.
to pick up the mic, because my client was looking at me, now what? And I'm like last minute, and getting someone in Mumbai for anchoring was like a task. So though I had people in my list, but I didn't want to do that last minute, because it was the Sangeet was about to start.
Right.
So I had no choice. I picked up the mic, and that's how, I don't know what I did on stage.
Lovely.
And that broke the glass for me, and I actually realized, wow, I really...
You can anchor as well.
No, I enjoy anchoring. I enjoy basically I enjoy talking to people, and I have been what I am. Like, so when I was on stage, I was just enjoying my moment, I was not trying to be something, because that is something which I will never be able to do in anything.
Absolutely.
So maybe that is why I was just natural.
Yeah.
Like, very much natural. Joe hair, I was like on the stage, and because it was my Sangeet, I knew each and every dancer, so I was pulling people's leg on the stage. I knew ki ye uncle ne kya
so
kiya
that personal touch was there.
Exactly. So people didn't come to know that the anchor was not there. In fact, I did better than the anchor.
Amazing.
Because I knew everyone, So it went out really well, and that's how I realized that yes, I can speak on stage so well. And मैं writer तो थी. I'm seeing you're a writer too. So I am basically I do write shairis, poems. So this creativity helped me in my anchoring.
So what are the other things that you do? So you are a choreographer, you are an event planner, you are a poet, you are an anchor. What else?
What else? So people come to me even for I'm actually a motivational speaker also, because I have done motivational speaking for few these event companies where these children, the young girls who are getting into this field now. So I've been a teacher also over there.
Wow.
Where I've taken courses. I had even taken few courses online in COVID.
Okay.
Related to event planning. So because see, I am a self-made person. I have not taken any training from somewhere. So मैं खुद गिरी हूँ, खुद सीखी
So from your own experience.
Exactly. So I have seen every thick and thin. Like if someone asks me any, so even like this interview is something which is just coming from the heart. You ask me a question and I know the answer because I know what I have done.
Absolutely.
So it's not theoretical for me. मैंने एक चीज की है. Even I have made mistakes. It's not that journey has never been.
But that's
easy.
the life of an entrepreneur, right? You learn from your own mistakes.
So for me, definitely the journey was not easy, because when I started in this field, there was no future, into weddings. People पहले planning नहीं करते थे लोग, right? Elders used to वो खुद ही plan कर लेते थे, catering रख लेते थे. So nobody was in the mindset that somebody will. हाँ, exactly. कि there will be people will spend for wedding planning. Correct. Or event planner को book करेंगे. That thing was not there when I started. So for my father, for my family also, what is this? There's no future in this field. You finish your studies. So I told my father, don't worry. Study wise, I will definitely finish my studies, because even I believe that हाँ, वो कहते हैं ना, पहले बोलते थे कि पढ़ाई की हुई कहीं waste नहीं होती है. And definitely it has played a very big role, my education also, into my field, because the confidence comes from there only.
True. And once you think that you know things because you studied, you even have facts to talk about it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not like somebody.
It's your whole personality, right? The way you talk. Basically, it's the moment I believe कि जब इंसान मुंह खोलता है, तो you come to know
of course,
who he is.
And like I teach in my soft skills, you talk via your body language as well as so it's a verbal and a non-verbal communication. So this definitely does.
Very true, very true. It matters a lot. I speak on stage, so I speak many languages.
Oh, wow.
So that's like a plus point to my,
your event planning as
well. So I anchored for Marathi clients also, so that's how even Marathi is very, very good. And I'm a Bharatanatyam dancer too. I'm a Visharad. I've done my 7 years diploma. I did my Latin salsa and ballet ballroom from San Francisco, US. So I've been there for my course, and that's about me.
That's a lot about you, but that's lovely. That's so good to know so many things about you. So how many clients have you served so far? Like a ballpark figure maybe?
More than 500,000. I don't know. I mean, I've been into this more than, you asked me that question, but more than 2 decades now. So I know a lot of people like you. You just, in fact, more than half of Pune probably might be knowing me, because I've worked for so many families there. And thanks Mumbai also, I've done thanks to Mumbai clients also, where I have worked with many people here. In fact, I have people who've come back to me after 10 years, 12
So that's
years.
a true earning, right? So
when they come back,
from them.
so see what happens is every field, there are a lot of competitors who come in to the field, but there are clients who have seen my genuinity, and they know that when they are with me, or if their wedding is in my hand, they know कि काम हो जाएगा. True. So there's that kind of benchmark I have created, but to even withstand that benchmark is another task.
Yes.
So definitely there are a lot of competitors coming my way, but I'm just giving my best, because I believe whatever comes to me, I give more than 100%. So it's like
and that is what then speaks for you.
Yeah, definitely. So my clients know that if I take it in hand, wo hona hi hona hai. So amazing. That thing what I have created in these years, my name especially. So name does not come back. Money will definitely
of course, yes.
come.
Yes, that's very true. And to build your own goodwill is like a whole new different task. And that's you've done something very amazing.
Goodwill कमा तो लेते हैं, but fame को you to keep it on the track is difficult. So you have to be on the track is another task. I was a national player basketball, so I've been actually a creative field. Definitely, I was a very good painter. So I feel like life कम पड़ जाएगी शायद, बहुत सारी चीजें करनी है, and I am a very ambitious person, so I would always love to grow. I would always love to do new things apart from my work also. See, because I have been a welcoming person to new things, that's the reason I am into this field.
Right.
Because I started as something, then eventually so I just went with the flow in my life. Whatever came my way, I just accepted, or maybe I welcomed it with the open arms. So that's
Right.
the reason I could learn so much. I was not good in each and everything what I did, but I mastered it.
But that is how you go about it, right? Because if you close yourself to learning new things, you can never grow.
Yeah, so the first online, like in COVID, I'll tell you, I took online classes. You won't believe, being very very honest, I didn't know how to use Zoom that well that time, because मेरा कभी काम ही नहीं पड़ा to go on Zoom meet or something. So, and doing something online, see, talking to you in person is much, for me as a person, it's more easier. If someone puts me on a screen, that was the first time, and being so good in my field, I knew my work, what I had to speak. But just the fact of going online and having like 50-80 students who are going to look at you,
right,
and ask you any question anytime, I did have butterflies in my stomach that time. So it was, I learned
a new
that
experience
also.
for you.
So just to tell you that there are things which I have not been good at, but I have always taken it like a challenge. I'll always make things my strength. I will show people that this is my strength. In fact, I think that's about me, and it's been a lovely journey. I don't feel today also that even my toughest event, maybe like the most difficult one also must be, I have never felt that I have worked for so many years. I feel I'm just enjoying the journey of my
So while you
work.
speak about toughest event that you've done, so this just got me another question in my head. Which has been one such event where you felt that it was really a tough job to do, but yet you did
I can
that?
say situations, moments, because not like an entire event tough, but you do have these tough situations sometimes, like the way I said, the DJ, the anchor didn't turn up. One of my events, the mic didn't work. So thanks to God that I have a very loud voice, where by the time the next mic, was
You
called
could
for,
handle that.
I could handle it well. So
That's
for
good.
me, I don't take tension of anything ever. Even if there's a wrong situation, I'll just find ways to make it. I will not panic. You can say, I will try my best to make it like in the right direction. I will work and make sure that it becomes right. So tough situations are there, tough clients. I've
Yes.
met very tough clients, and that's been like an experience, because सब लोग अलग होते हैं ना. There are people who are perfectionist and who want things their way. So it is little difficult sometimes, because I am creative. Imagine your client is also little creative, and then two creative people come with, I come with one thing, they'll come with another one, and then to make them understand that what I am saying, I can visualize.
Right.
So sometimes it is very tough to make clients understand that what I am saying will look better than what you are saying. So there I have to, actually put my foot down, and I have to tell them, see, if you trust me even 1%, then just leave it to me. So that's how I handle those situations.
Right.
That please trust my work. I have been experienced in this field, so you should not go for whatever particular thing. So this is how I handle my clients. It's not that you get easy clients,
Of
but
course,
you make sure that things become easy between your client and you. So yeah, tough situations have come, but not many. Maybe because मैं पहले से ही सब कुछ ठीक कर लेती हूँ, or maybe I'm always up for the wrong thing, or maybe I know I always put myself into the viewer's shoes. Like the other person's shoes.
Yes.
So if I'm even thinking about something, I start thinking like a layman, that okay, if I am like a visitor in this wedding, not being like a wedding, not being the relative, but like just like a friend who's just come for a, just for a general wedding. So what would my expectation be for the wedding, or what would I want in that? I've seen that the family who's associated with the wedding, both the families, the close family members, they are the ones who love to see everything. उनके लिए सब कुछ ही अच्छा है. लेकिन like say you and me, if we are going for a wedding and we are not related to the wedding people, but we just are friends, then हमारा commenting start हो जाता है. यार ये कितना खर्चा किया है डेकोर पे, or maybe the food is not good, so we will comment कि food is not good, but if I am a family member I will never comment on the food negative. Correct. That much.
Yeah.
So that is how I think from a normal layman, if someone comes for a wedding, then what their expectations would be.
Right.
And food definitely is the
highlight of the show.
No, it is, I would say food decides the wedding was good or no. I've seen, especially for Punjabi, Marwadi and Gujarati clients specifically, I've seen they are very foodie.
Yeah.
And they're very particular about food, you know. So in especially Gujarati clients, I had a client from Bangkok and they were like very particular. Gundi pan from, you know, this part of Mumbai. Ye cheez wahan se lana hai. So they actually took so much stuff from here, like, you know, famous. And they had a live fafda jalebi counter. In Bangkok.
Wow.
And the fafda jalebi man was from Ahmedabad, a very famous person. Yeah. So I saw that also happening. I had a special one. Maharaj flew from here to make only tea for all the guests in the morning because India ki chai chahiye thi and stuff. So this all happens. There are clients who demand few things. So we need to keep, I'm like a one-stop person where, you know, a company where we can provide everything and anything. We can, if someone says, हमें बस इतना ही चीज करना है wedding का, तो we even take up that. It's not that we only take full events, larger events. Nice. Because, and especially after COVID also, we are seeing that people are very careful about how the wedding is going to happen. And thanks to the Instagram, social media, now everybody knows which designer is, you know, very good or which decor guy to do. So people nowadays, the bride and the groom, they come up with, you know, I want this decor. They actually show you. पहले कैसे होता था, हम दिखाते थे, अब ऐसा हो गया कि क्लाइंट कहता है कि आपको हमें क्या चाहिए.
Right. So the choices have become very particular.
Very. Earlier the elders were associated. Right. Now the bride and the groom sit with you. That what they exactly want in the food or whatever, you know, as a starter or everything. Because young people getting into the field, you know, it becomes very different now. Because they are like trendy, they want cocktail party, they will have a pool party, you know, so everything has changed. पहले कहाँ होती थी cocktail and pool parties and weddings. पहले सिर्फ एक डांडिया होता था and संगीत, or maybe संगीत होता था and मेहंदी, haldi and then shadi. Right. But now it is like a 5-day event, you know, 5 days, five functions people do, and there are themes in fact nowadays. So the holy party was planned in such a way that my client has actually provided the kurta pajama, the white kurta pajama for each and every guest. So there were like all sizes kept at the hotel, and each one had to go and pick up their size. So at this function, everybody was dressed in one attire, and everybody was in white. And their
it must have been so pleasing to the eye.
Amazing. If I show you the pictures, you will be like, wow, like, you know, so good. So the main aim of my client was that the groom was from abroad, from Germany, and the bride was Indian. So the guests who came were like all friends and family. Everybody was from outside India. So they wanted them to know our festivals. So they wanted the haldi function to be like a holy party. Then like the next day they had a cocktail, so that was like a Diwali party. So they actually burst crackers and all, and Holi party was like how we play Holi in India. So actual rang and, you know, everything. So each and every person was jumping in the pool fully, you know, rang mein and stuff, and all the songs which were played also were like
all holy songs.
Everything. It was like a holy thing what we do. So it was very different for me to like, you know, be there for such a thing, because it's very rare where people thoda bahut theek hai rang, you know, dry rang se khel lete, but they are all dressed in the haldi function dress. But here it was like each and every person was uniform.
Right.
So that was something different.
Lovely.
So that was like an experience, I must say. This was this year wedding only, which was in Jaipur.
Nice.
In November or December. Then I've been to this. This field takes me to places definitely because I love travel. So I've been to Udaipur a couple of times, and this year I was at Udaipur for another wedding, which was in Chunda Palace. It's a heritage property. I think my work is not boring at all because the clients keep changing, the people keep changing. So there is very less scope of monotony because every wedding is different and every client is different.
And plus, it
So,
also depends on the person, right? So you are so colorful, you are so full of life all the time. So that also adds up to your work profile.
yeah, that definitely makes a lot
True.
of difference. If you are a very serious person, nobody would love to, work with you.
So when you talk about this, coming to my next question, what are your goals for the upcoming few years?
Goals, see, definitely for me at this point, I would love to learn a lot of things, especially in the social media field, which I'm not like very, very, you can say, good at. But I want to become more pro in making reels and stuff, because that's the in thing now. I'm seeing people, putting up so much on the social media, because जैसे हम कहते हैं जो दिखता है वो बिकता है
True.
टाइप सो my first goal is to learn. So no professional goals as such, but I think because I'm a learner, I would love to learn a lot of things, not only the social media thing, what I'm saying. I want to learn more on what is ongoing now, new things which are in trend in the market types.
Right.
So I keep myself updated. I go to all these like even you can say fashion events. I go for networking with people. So goals is networking, more networking, and learning a lot. If I get more opportunities to learn and do more good work, and bigger goal definitely is to become more famous, more better. Who does not like
Of course.
being good? Definitely earning more money, so that I love traveling. So I could like spend all that money to go maybe to Antarctica, maybe to Iceland, all those places which I want to explore. So definitely, because I want to travel so much, I want to earn more.
Right. No, lovely, and more power to you.
Yeah.
So I would just like to bring this up. When we were having a conversation, you mentioned to me that you are also a singer, and so why don't you tell us a bit about that? Another hidden
That
secret
comes
talent of yours.
no, not like a singer kind of a thing, but yeah, I do sing a little bit. We probably it's come from my family, my mom. We are all into music, my sister. So singing comes more from my mom actually. She is a very good singer, and eventually she actually made me take training for harmonium and Casio. So because I got into the Casio thing, my sir, he used to make me sing also. So little bit तो था ही, genetic you can say कि मम्मी से विरासत में थोड़ी बहुत अच्छी voice मिल गई थी, and थोड़ा music sense तो था ही, and yeah, little bit I used to sing.
Lovely.
So I do even little bit of singing in my anchoring also.
So you're utilizing all your hidden talents all into one kind of a thing.
Yeah. It's just something which just comes from me, so I do that also.
How much can one person do? So this is something I think we all need to take away from Trupti, that though being so ambitious in life and always wanting to learn about new things, but also at the same time, I think it is very important for one to be always open to learning new things. Like we see Trupti, she's been doing so many things and she's been learning so many things all this while. There's so much more to learn from you and to know from you. And this probably one interview would not suffice, I would say.
But I am very grateful that you actually, called me for this interview, and it's you have been such a. I never knew that you've been an author also, and here we come to know about you also so much, that you've been so versatile. You also, I got to know about you that you do so many things also. So there's so much of similarity, and it's nice to meet ambitious people like you also, who want to grow so much in life, and who are already doing so many things,
Thank you
as
so
you are
much.
a designer also. I know her actually as a fashion designer originally, but now I come to know that even your Pitara also has so many things in it, and I would love to know more and more about people like you also.
Absolutely, and probably for some other time. But yes. I would definitely love to know more. Even if there's something more that you do, and there's something that you do not want to hide from our viewers, and you want to tell, you can.
No, there's nothing to hide as such. But this is, I think, what I know about myself, and I have spoken quite a lot about myself. But yeah, I am very thankful, and I would love to thank God and my family, who has been my support all this while. for everything what I did, because I feel for a woman, especially not now, but when I got into this field, it matters a lot, that people around you, how they support you
Yes.
into something. Because I am a family person, and I never wanted to do something being away from the family or going against the family. So I believe that I've been very, very blessed to have amazing parents, amazing family who kept supporting me, who kept encouraging me. I would love to thank my father for that, because he was like a super excited person. And sometimes, having excited people around you, it always helps you to grow more, because he was so overexcited always. My little achievement, and he used to go and tell half Pune, he my daughter did this. And they had to actually tell him when he used to leave home. He used to say, अपनी ही बेटी की अपनी ही तारीफ थोड़ी कम करना. So I feel I was blessed to have a father like him, because and I miss that today, because we unfortunately lost him. But that was one thing I think I got from him, being so bubbly, happy, always without tension. So this is what a trait of my father which has come to me, and I am very blessed to get that. He was a big encouragement to my parents, my mom, my dad, my family, and naturally today my husband. He's like the biggest pillar for me. And I think without the support of everything around you, you cannot achieve big, things. So I feel that matters a lot, and I'm very thankful to all of them for all the achievements I've done.
Great. So before we wind up, there is just one question that I'd like to ask you. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, where can they look you up, or how can they? Do you have a website, or you?
Yeah, I do have my own this Exotic Wedding Planners. You can log on to the website, and my Insta ID is Trupti Event Planner. So TRUPTI event planner. That's how they can get in touch with me.
Lovely. So this was Trupti Shah with us, who has been on an amazing journey so far, and more and more power to this girl to keep going ahead in life and doing so many things that she aspires to do. So thank you so much, Trupti, for being here with us.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I think we've just enjoyed our talk a lot.
Absolutely.
And I've enjoyed the whole thing. Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here once again.
Thank you.
Great. So this was Trupti Shah. For more such details, keep watching my podcast. You can find all the podcast series on my YouTube channel in the Suave U Podcast list, where there are more entrepreneurs. I keep coming up discussing about different business entrepreneurs, and to know their life and how they've been through and the journeys that they've come across. Because there's always a new learning from each business entrepreneur. And if you are an aspiring entrepreneur yourself, there is so much that you can see from these podcasts. Thank you so much for being here with us. And if in case you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do subscribe and click on the notification bell icon as well, so that whenever a new video comes up, you get notified about it and you can watch that.